Folks, so in my first video, I mentioned that you could also use Copilot to create an Excel file of fake employee data. And I did hear the feedback that this could be a useful example. So in this video, we're going to pick up from there and imagine we're in a situation where we have to do a training involving employee data. And as HR folks, we know we don't want to expose any real employee sensitive data. So we're going to use Copilot to do that. So I am going to paste in my prompt here, and we are going to tell Copilot that I'm going to do some training videos and I need a large number of rows of fake employees that I can port to Excel. Can you please create 30 for me, include 10 columns of data that you would expect to be in a standard HR report, and please list all 30 of the rows with the initial results and provide it in an Excel friendly format. So notice here, I'm giving it some background context. I'm telling it what it is that I'm trying to do. I'm also specifying how many records I want it to create for me. And I'm also telling it that, generally what kinds of columns I would like it to create. I'm not being super specific, but saying create 10 columns, something you'd expect to be on an HR report. I'm also telling it specifically to list all 30 with the initial results. I'm doing both of these trying to specify this because I want it to actually just produce all of the information. Sometimes when you ask it for some of these things in an example, it will say, hey, here's the first 5. Do you want me to continue? And so I'm trying to force it to produce all of the information in the first try. And then we are asking for it in the Excel friendly format. So you do, in most cases, want to tell it what kind of output you want. And this will help it to at least give us this data in some format that can be Excel friendly. So we're going to click and see what it comes up with. Okay, so you'll see it has actually already produced the data here at the top. It has listed out what the columns are that it's using, and you can see that those are some of the kinds of standard things that you might see in an HR related standard report. And then down here, you can see that it has given us the data in an Excel friendly format. So it was actually, if you saw those stop sign down there, is actually still producing that data, but it has finished now. But in this format, you can see here that it's put it out in a CSV style. That's when you will see things like the employee ID and then comma, and then of course you get the name, another comma, and etc. So the comments are separating the data that is included there. It is not directly in an Excel format, but this gives us something that we can work with here. So we're going to copy that data there, and we're going to open up Excel. And what I am going to do here, I'm actually just going to paste it as text only. And we've got our rows of data here, 30, so 31, including the column headers. So what we are going to do, if I can type here, is actually just do a quick text split of this data here. And we are going to say we want comma as the delimiter. And we're actually just going to go from there. And then you can see here that it has gone ahead and it split all of these different column headings across the information there. So we are going to copy that down. And we can see here that now we've got all of our employee data. And I am actually just going to paste that again as values. So now that we've got everything that we want, so we'll see that we have all of our columns here, counting the 10, and we've got 30 rows of employee data. So I'm going to delete out the original column that was there in those separated values, and we are pretty much good to go. So I'm going to save that here as book 1. And that is how quick that you will be able to create some fake employee data. So of course, if you are working with a much larger volume of data, you might want to use Power Query or something like that to import the data. In this example, it's only 30, super quick to just be able to copy and paste it in there. But hopefully this is a useful example for you for creating some future fake employee data of your own. Thanks.